All XRP, strictly XRP. Let us crack the code on XRP's price trajectory in the coming days, weeks, and months. What's going to happen? I think we truly cracked the code, and we're going to be looking at these technical analysis from different analysts to see what's coming, guys, because it seems like another delay. Anything that has to do with XRP, it just keeps getting delayed. From Cointelegraph. Update: the SEC delays decision on Bitwise and CoinShares XRP ETF, along with Grayscale and Canary XRP Trust. The new deadline is set for October 2025, but it doesn't matter because we knew that was the final deadline anyway, right? So it seems like they just want XRP holders, people who hold XRP, to be frustrated. And yes, I have noticed this as well. Under my comments on these YouTube videos, people are getting just too worried, guys, right? They're like, why isn't XRP exploding? But that's what they want you to do. Why do you think delay after delay after delay, right? It's always delay. But this is beautiful because guess what that means? It's like when you hold a beach ball underwater for so long, it has to explode. When you let go of the price suppression, when you let go of the suppression, it pops out, right? It pops up. The same thing will appear with XRP. The reason why they keep delaying these ETFs, even though they delayed the SEC case, was first to make the world get ready. Okay, number two would be, this is the big one, all that money will flood in heavily in XRP. So they're trying to time it with I think a specific event, not in the too distant future. Okay? Hey, SEC and market makers, I just want to let you know, the longer you delay, by the way, the more liquidity of a buildup it would be. Just throwing it out there. All these spot ETFs, including XRP spot ETFs, being delayed until late October 2025. Then you have Ripple's application for a national bank charter that was filed on July 2nd, 2025, which according to the OCC manual should generally be decided within 120 days. Oh wow! Even Ripple's application for a bank charter, guys, right? Which generally takes 120 days, which means by the end of October as well. Really? What? Is this coincidence? That's why they delayed it. It's all gonna match up beautifully. And probably XRP is going to rage like never before. $10 could be imminent. A lot could happen all at once in October. Wow, I just can't believe this. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, a bank charter is basically for Ripple becoming a bank. They will be specialized in crypto-related activities. So I guess it's not a traditional bank, but we are in the end entering a new era, which we need systems to be updated. And Ripple is doing that. Wait, this is interesting. From Credible Crypto. So now that we know the news, right? It's not delayed. We knew that the final deadline was on October anyway, right? I already knew, so I wouldn't even say it's a delay. What happens to XRP in the short to medium term? Credible Crypto posted a few charts here, and I have my own technical analysis. So we're going to try to figure out some type of path XRP can take in the next days to weeks to months. From Credible Crypto. Please like today's video as well. I'm not stopping. I'm literally not going to stop. Even though I have a very tiny headache right now, I'm not stopping no matter who says what. Chart number 1. XRP versus Ethereum has hit my downside area of interest. Also mid-range after a 3-month correction that followed a 700% rally off of the range lows. Okay. So this is XRP versus Bitcoin chart, guys. I mean, no, not Bitcoin. XRP versus ETH. Okay, right here. He predicted months ago that this chart will come back to this area of support. And I do believe this area should hold it as support because of this cluster of resistance that's now being flipped into support. This is against Ethereum. And we know ETH will go to 6K. When it does, this thing is going to devour Ethereum's ROI. That's number 1. Chart number 2 is XRP versus USD is now in its 9th month of consolidation above the highest monthly close in its history. Chart number 2 suggests for XRP on the USD pairing, what do you guys notice? resistance, support. It's just, you can't break that level. What is that, $2, right? I'm guessing. Yep, $1.99. $8.99. XRP could not break below that level, and it didn't, because the structure would have failed. So to me, the structure looks amazing, guys. Okay, which tells me whenever this correction is done, I don't know how low we'll go, but that's upcoming. Okay, chart number 2. Chart number 3 suggests Ethereum USD pairing. Now the reason why he threw this in here is because it like beautifully complements each other. Ethereum USD is approaching prior all-time high after completing a clean 5-wave move off of $2,100, and is likely due for some consolidation as it corrects this completed impulse. Okay, so right now he's basically saying Ethereum is gonna cool down a little bit, and then the next like higher probably appears. So when you put all this together, it suggests we are getting closer to the next period of outperformance on XRP against Ethereum. Exactly, which shows this chart. That's why I said if you have any Ethereum, I think it was like right here, guys. I said it right there. If you have any Ethereum, sell it for XRP, right? Because you don't want to be stuck holding in a coin that won't outperform XRP. Both Bitcoin and XRP spent months consolidating at prior all-time high before continuing their expansion. This makes sense because prior all-time high after a severe bear market is a logical place for holders to start locking in some gains. Meanwhile, Ethereum is now approaching its own prior all-time high for the first time, and that too after completing a clean 5-wave impulse. It is logical to assume then it may take some time around these levels to consolidate and digest the move before continued expansion. Oh wow! So that's what he means. So Credible Crypto on the ETH pairing says something maybe like this will appear, right? To like make it cool off, the same thing that XRP did right here. And then once it consolidates for some time, it's going to make that next leg higher. So for now, which is why XRP versus ETH, you want to switch over to XRP, right? Because XRP will not just consolidate like this. It won't just go up and down. Instead, it may just go like that, up like that. Okay. So meanwhile, XRP is wrapping up its ninth month right here, at consolidation at prior all-time high, and is likely gearing up for its next leg sooner rather than later. The confluence of the XRP versus ETH charts as support mid-range adds to the idea that XRP may be gearing up for its next impulse, while Ethereum may be cooling off from its last. It's almost time to zerp it. And this is Credible Crypto saying it, folks. Okay, I don't want to talk about the chart because I keep talking about it, but for XRP, you guys know the game plan. Okay, very easy. Area of support for me is this. Number 2 is $2.60. I hope they come down like this. Why? Look at that. Like, how much better could that be? That's literally a bull flag, right? The target of this, the range, I don't know if you take it from down there or up here, but 60 to 90%. 60 to 90% from this range. 60% takes us to $5. 90% takes us to $6. What David Shore sold us. Do you guys understand? So honestly, we may be getting geared up for the next leg higher. I'm just trying to get in and along before that next leg appears, right? And then what I'm gonna do is probably sell my XRP at the high and go into Ethereum, right? Because then for the XRP versus ETH pairing right here, this would go like this, right? It would go like that. And then it will probably cool down while Ethereum is rising against XRP, right? So basically, you're trying to take as much as advantage as possible by doing this, but this isn't financial waste because it is risky. Though right now, it's a beautiful time because look at that support. Okay, now Ripple comes about today as well. Seems like they're preparing for beautiful news, amazing news up ahead. The future of $18.9 trillion in tokenized assets by 2033 depends on a crucial factor: institutional grade custody. So what is this about? Well, what is this? Welcome to Ripple. I am a Ripple AI advisor. What question can I answer for you? Oh, I want to see something. This is my first time ever seeing this. What is this? So it's basically a help a help bar, guys. Hi, what price? I'm typing with one hand, by the way. What price will XRP reach soon? I just want to see what the answer would be, because this is like a Ripple AI bot. It's thinking, guys. This is insane. This is my first time seeing this. They never had this before. It's called the Ripple AI Advisor. For XRP related questions, please visit the XRP page on Ripple's website. Okay, so that's the answer, guys. But either or, I don't know if that was there from before, possibly, but I think this is my first time to be seeing that, to be honest. Anyway, that's amazing. If you need help for anything, digital asset custody, building institutional resilience, compliance, and scale. Okay, this came out today. As digital finance continues to mature, the role of digital asset custody is rapidly becoming a core layer of financial infrastructure. Custody now underpins key use cases such as stablecoin issuance, cross-border payments, and tokenized real-world assets. As adoption accelerates, enterprises need a custody solution that is secure, scalable, and compliant with evolving regulatory requirements. Why digital asset custody matters? I'll tell you why it matters without even reading any of this stuff. Because it doesn't need to. The person doesn't need to be old or young. It's going to be anyone, because people are lazy. The efficient solution to people being lazy into depositing their cryptos into a cold storage is just too much time. Instead, if someday Ripple custody retail comes into play, everyone will be using that, right? Because not only is it more safe, secure, it's more reliable. Because if you hold your own keys, your coins, you're gonna mess up. I can assure you, you may mess up one day, right? By doing something dumb. So that's why it matters, right? Nobody's trying to write on a piece of paper seed phrases and all that stuff, and then on the website you may mistakenly sign in with your wallet, and now it's stolen all your cryptos, guys. That's why it matters, right? But this industry is growing, you guys can see, by trillions as digital asset custody. It's not only for cryptos, it's digital assets altogether, right? Anything that's on blockchain technology, guys, which Ripple's targeting as well, right? Every lane possible. So, looking ahead, the next phase of stablecoin adoption, tokenized finances, and cross-border settlement. Ripple custody, for example, is designed to support institutions in securely managing tokenized assets while enabling regulatory compliance, operational flexibility, and enterprise-scale integration. Exactly. Here's the game plan. We know it super beautifully. Let us prepare. The next leg higher is imminent. Not beneath your vice. What is that? Sophie's business. See ya.